right, welcome to Hometown Happenings on TV3, and I'm here at Lake Park Audubon High School, and I'm here with members of the Mass Communications class, and they're going to talk about their nominations. They've been nominated for some Emmys, and they're going to tell us a little bit about that. We're going to meet here Justin Hansen and Shaholdorova and Brittany Schaefer and Lena Nelson, and we're going to talk a little bit about what they've been working on and about their actual nominations. So first off, tell us a little bit about, you've got an actual mass communications class, and Shazoda, how about you?
Well, we were able to have this class thanks to the new building because we couldn't do it in the old school, and when Mr. Swabney told us that Dean Olson is the man. He was the head of the Concordia in mass communications, and he was from Lake Park, so he helped us build this studio, and thanks to him, we can have this class.
Okay. Now, I understand you're nominated in 10 categories for the Emmy. First of all, who wants to explain about the awards that are going to be given out on April 12th? Justin?
So we were nominated in 10 different categories. Out of our 12 submitted stories that we had, 10 of them were nominated for Emmys. We had the different categories. One of them was just informative news, general news. I was nominated for a public service announcement on the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. The whole class was nominated for our November episode. You guys had different stories on, I think it was the silent film, the musical, the senior music video, and several different things that our class was able to do. And it's really just an awesome opportunity for all the students to be nominated for something like this and be able to put that on your resume and get out there in the world.
All right. So what grades are all of you in?
All of us are seniors in our school. Not in the class.
What are the odds of that?
Yeah. So all of us are seniors. It's a class that only seniors can get into.
Okay.
It's really nice just because at this point in our lives, we all know each other really well and we all work really well together.
Okay. So I'm assuming that all of you, or the majority of you, will probably be going into some kind of communications schooling, or maybe not.
Out of us all, I think I'm the one who would be going into that stuff because I do want to major in film production, and I think this class relates to that really well.
All right, so tell us a little bit about some of the things now. With the nominations, you have a whole crew. I mean, you've got a producer, you've got actors, you've got directors, and all that kind of stuff. And what are some of the things that you did on the nominated items?
Well, personally, we have our little graphics, which we run behind here, and we take turns being the director or working sound and working the graphics, and then we'll have a stage manager and we'll have our camera guy, and we all kind of work together, and it's fun to see. So.
All right, and Lena, what is your favorite part of it all?
I love this class. It's actually my favorite that I'm taking. It really allows us to get into our school and what's going on with it, and it allows us to add like our creative side and be creative with what we want to do, and it's a blast working with this class. It's great.
All right. I'm here at Lake Park Audubon High School. I'm talking to members of the Mass Communications class who are up for a number of nominations this year, and they're heading down to the cities for the awards coming up on April 12th. But we're going to take a quick break and be back with more after this. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings here at Lake Park Audubon High School in their new media area with the Mass Communications class. Some of the members of the class, they've been nominated for some national Emmy Awards here in the Midwest region. And then I think if you win, you'd probably go up nationally, I suppose, huh?
I don't know. I think when we win, we were nominated for the Crystal Pillar Award. Okay. So we'll get that, and if you want to see it, we do have it here because they got it last year. The first year of this class, when she signed us up for the nominations, I guess, or when we were nominated, we only got 3 of them. Next year we had 4, and this year it's up to 10, so that's a big jump. Mm-hmm. So I don't know about the nationals, but we will get a crystal pillar.
Okay, very cool. So talk a little bit about some of the subjects that you were nominated in. I mean, you were nominated in a number of areas. How do you choose the topics that your nominations come from?
Well, at the beginning of each month, we release a monthly news story or monthly news episode. And at the beginning of each month, the entire class, there's about 15 or 16 of us in there, and we'll all just do a large brainstorming session. And once you come up with about somewhere between 20 and 30 ideas, you form into teams and you just choose the stories that you want to do. Sometimes you can't do all of them. Sometimes you end up picking up more along the road. But it's really nice because it lets anybody be with any group that they want to be with their friends, with someone they've never met. You know, it puts the kind of the responsibility on you, and it's just a nice real world thing that you have to keep up with your own pace and your own deadlines, and just to make sure that everything gets in on time.
You know, we had talked about this before, about your kind of the favorite roles that you play in each of these. I mean, you kind of assume different roles. You know, what are some of the things that you were able to do in this school that you weren't able to do? I mean, obviously did this class just start when the school was built, the mass communications? Oh, okay. So, I mean, it's probably been developing, but, you know, what you want to get into directions and kind of movie writing and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. So in the old school, well, we came to the new school when we were in 10th grade. So in the old school, we only had 3 years. So I don't know if we had as big of a variety of classes to choose from in the older school. But I think other than this class, most of the classes were pretty much the same. Well, we do have more shop classes because we got a new shop, and we do have a 3D printer now, so that makes sense.
Did you make hamburgers and stuff like that?
Not yet. Not yet.
All right. Very cool. We're at Lake Park Audubon High School talking to members of the mass communications class and standing in their new media center here, talking about their nominations. They're heading down to the Twin Cities for this nominations to possibly get. Now, you will actually get a reward or an award, but you're going up against, schools like Eden Prairie and Apple Valley, and you guys seem to be the most rural of the schools.
Yes, there's 5 different states that are in the upper Midwest region. It's Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Always say Michigan, but yeah, we do go up against a lot of other bigger schools, and to get 10 nominations, that was pretty great, and I do hope we get at least one award.
Well, I think that's great. And is there anything, you came into this class, anything that obviously you've learned a lot, but something that there's a lot of work involved in producing a show.
There is, but watching through the years, you always got to see the upperclassmen on the TV in the lobby area, and you just get excited, just like, oh my gosh, I'm on Raider Nation News. And now it's like we have the control to be able to put what we want on the internet, and it's just really cool.
All right. And do you plan on doing anything in mass communications, Lena?
No, I'm actually planning on being a nurse, but this is this is creativity and stuff like that, and that's stuff I really enjoy. That's my favorite part of it, is you get to be creative and you get to create your own story and you get to put your messages to younger people's eyes up in your school. I think that's crazy, and I think it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like you've got a definite advantage going into nursing there. But I want to thank all of you for taking time, and hopefully we'll see you in the airwaves, and who knows, maybe you'll be hosting Hometown Happenings on TV someday. And that's going to have to wrap it up. Irina has been giving us the signals. I'm sure you guys all know those signals. So from Lake Park Audubon High School, I'm Carol McCarthy.